Secret Service Sam, the podcast is Secret Service Sam, the podcast. It's not so secret because you're here. Yeah, guys, this is Secret Service Sam. Welcome to my super secret podcast, which is not that secretive actually, because you're here. Thank you. Love you guys. How are you? Waiting for people to come into the feed. Going to make sure this Puptacular is going live to the gram. We are going live to Facebook, YouTube, and the gram, Instagram, for anybody who doesn't know what the gram is, baby. James Metal join. Come on in, guys. We are getting this live going. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Join in. We're having a great time here. Okay, here we go. There we go. Come on into the live, you guys. It is everything in your world happening right now. If you guys would like me to talk about it, just let me know which news stories I'm missing out of. Today, what I've been covering is actually, did you guys hear about a Japanese, look at this guy. A Japanese billionaire. Hang on. Kiyoshi Kimura, a Japanese billionaire, just paid $900,000 for a bluefin tuna. Apparently he's got a huge chain of restaurants in Japan. Have you guys heard of him? I haven't. All my Japanese patriots, let me know if you've heard about him. $900,000. He's known for outbidding people with his bluefin tuna. Man, love some of that sashimi. Know what I'm saying? I'm digressing. I love sushi. If anybody knows me, I love to make sushi. I make shrimp tempura rolls. I make tuna. I make yellowtail with the little green yuzu. You get the idea, you guys. This guy paid $900,000 for a bluefin tuna. Lordy, 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 lordy. Can you imagine what that Toro? I mean, I'm used to maybe here in LA, you pay maybe $12 for 2 pieces of Toro. I mean, that you are going to take it in the backside with that piece of sushi. So you better like the raw meat, if you know what I'm talking about. And I do. So I would be willing to pay pretty good on that. Guys, yesterday or 2 days ago, if you didn't know, I went live from Cassie Ventura's apartment. I was outside of her apartment. It was very exciting because I was able to confirm that I was at the right location because this sweet old lady, Linda, she's walking by and here's what I'm saying. And she says, are you talking about Diddy? And I'm like, yes, Linda. Oh my God. Little teeny woman, so cute. She said she used to be an actress, retired. She's retired, of course. Darling little woman. And she said that her personal trainer told her that a while back, and this was in 2016, I believe, that he had heard that Diddy, a famous rapper, had thrown somebody over the balcony is pretty much what he had heard. Or that I think she had said maybe that somebody jumped off the balcony. You know, there was several. It's a good example of the grapevine about how you never know, how people are gonna, you never know how they're gonna skew a story. You know, one person, you've ever played grapevine where you whisper in somebody's ear and you're like, my mom likes to spit in my butt. Okay, too much, Sam, too much. But by the time it gets around to somebody else, it's like, did you hear Sam slept with King Tut? You know, it's just something like that. I don't know. I'm digressulating. We've got Paul Herzog in the house. Rybo, loved 4444222. Louis Ekakare, Faith Row. We got people on YouTube, on the Facebookalins. Guys, welcome again. I'm just sitting here doing my lives, hitting you guys with some randomness while you're, on your way to doing, whatever the hell you're doing. What did you guys think? Did anybody watch the new South Park episode? Are you guys aware of the South Park episode? Apparently what I love about this is there's no left and right, guys. I always say it's always us versus them. We need to get out of the mentality of this left and right, It's just us. We all do the same things on the weekends. We like to, you know, we like to ride in our pickup trucks and drink a Bud Light and maybe shoot some skate out on the rip. You know what I mean? We get up on our boat, catch some carp. No, not some carp. Catch some good marlin. You know what I'm saying, guys? We all do the same thing, right? There's no left and right in my mind. It's us versus them, Patriots. Hold on. I'm going to have to switch rotation over here, guys. Giving you the other view. Why? Because we got peeps coming home. So we're riding this. Ooh, we got in here. Guys, let me just post up one of my fancy little banners that says "Ask me anything" in the commentaries. Okay, it's that simple. You guys can talk to me. What do you guys think about the Epstein list? Do you guys want to talk about that at all? Do you care about it? Do we care? Obviously, none of us on this feed were on the island. Glad I was never invited to that island. They just said, or Trump said today, that Bill Clinton was on the flight logs like 38 times, which is interesting because I thought we didn't have any flight logs anymore. There's no list. Don't pay attention to it. Look, the list was huge and now it's gone. There's no list to worry about. Nobody was there on the island. Nobody was there. No, you know who went? Obama. Obama went to the island. That was great. Speaking of, did you see the clip of, and let me see if I can just play this real quick. I don't want to get any copyright infringements, of the Fed correcting. And look, guys, this, like I'm saying, this is not left or right. I'm just laughing at the world, okay? I think we can all agree to do that. But this was pretty funny.
Teenagers are building businesses.
That's not what I want to play. Anyway, Trump and them are meeting. There's that guy, Tim Scott. He's like, and did anybody notice they did not give him a hard hat? Like, why did they give everybody else a hard hat but the black guy? Did you guys notice that? Hang on a second. Let me show you the video. If you haven't seen it, I will show it to you now. Come on, guys, these ads for these videos. Let's go now. Play it. I'll play it somewhere else if you don't. Hang on, guys. This is beautiful. Orange, yellow, green, blue, purple joined. That's a very, very interesting name. I'm just waiting, guys, to show you. This is great. So let me skip this. Did you guys see this video?
Went up a little bit, or a lot. So the 2.7 is now 3.1. Yeah, it just came out.
Oh, he's got the note. Pull the note, Donnie. Yeah. By the way, real quick, when somebody pulls out the reading glasses, be careful because they are about to frickin' prove. They're about to just go ham on your ass. Hang on. That, I love it too when he goes, I don't know who does that. I don't know who does that.
It's a building that's being built.
It was built 5 years ago. We finished market 5 years ago.
So it's part of the overall. So we're going to take a look. We're going to see what's happening.
It's not new.
And it's got a long way. Do you expect any more additional crossovers?
Don't expect them. We're ready for them. But we have a little bit of a reserve that we may use. But no, we don't expect to be finished in 2027. We're well along, as you can see.
Nice to take these off every once in a while. Under too much danger.
I haven't actually seen that full clip where he takes a hat off, but he does not. Let me just ask you this question, guys. Doesn't he? Wait, let me get mine. Doesn't he deserve a hard hat? Why? Why they got he's DEI. Why they got to DEI him like that? The two white dudes get a hat, a hard hat. Why? Why do they just leave that big, beautiful, bald head so in the open right there? I think we can take them off now. Oh my God, that's hilarious. That's just that's funny to me, guys. Now, let's get out of that. What about flying? Are you guys scared to fly? I'm not currently scared to fly, but a Southwest flight drops 475 feet to avoid midair collision with Hawker Hunter. Who is that? Hunter Biden? Who the heck is Hawker Hunter? Southwest flight rapidly descended 475 feet to avoid a Hawker Hunter aircraft on Friday. A Hawker Hunter sounds like somebody who used to, try to get at your sister if you weren't careful. A hawker hunter, don't leave your sister alone with Jeremy. He's a hawker hunter. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm digressing. This is crazy though. About 6 minutes after Southwest flight 1496 took off from Hollywood Burbank Airport in Los Angeles County, abruptly descended from 14,100 feet to 13,625 feet. Now, why is this alarming, guys? I literally just flew in to Hollywood Burbank Airport, got in on Tuesday, Southwest, both ways. This is terrifying. Now, is it that scary to drop that many feet? I don't know. Maybe your stomach would go woo and feel a little funny. What else we got here? Try and keep it playful here a little bit. I read that there was a preacher in Alabama. If anybody's from Alabama, you can shout yourself out. Who was farting in the mouths of his followers. Okay, I'm not making this up. This is real news. Look it up. Matter of fact, I'll try and pull it up. He was farting in the mouths of his followers. An ATM, ass to mouth, if any freaks know about it. And he claimed that by farting in their mouth, he was putting the word of God out of his brown star, his glorious brown star that blessed the people's mouth. And if you took his fart in and then swallowed it, you're healed of anything. So people who had COVID were coming in and you lay back and he teabags you guys. I'm sorry to tell the truth here. He drops it like it's hot on your face, drops a little bloop, bloop. He goes, or maybe a silent but deadly. And he claims it's healing. And all I got to say is, this is how I know religion is fake. Because if this guy was really healing by his farts, I Dutch oven my wife every single night, and she's sick all the time. Okay? So farts do not heal. Also, I probably shouldn't say Dutch oven. I'm a Jew. So, that carries some weird little things with that. Anyway, I digressulate. Getting back to your news, your plane passenger who refused to do this common airport favor says they got the stink eye, but were they wrong? I don't really care. Here's my thing on an airplane. I think we should have adult planes, with the alcohol and the funnest, put a hot tub, with all those extra seats where you don't have kids and animals, except Cookie, my service dog. But I really think I have kids. I have 3 kids of my own, and I still hate kids on planes. Now I'm patient enough to where, I can keep my cool, right? I can keep my cool. I'm going to switch around for you guys again, get you some of this good light, get you some of my good light. Anyway, here you go. Now, stay with me here. If we had 2 airplanes, right, then you could have all the kids and the annoying families who like to bring 2 car seats. They got all the breast milk. They got the breast pump. They got the stroller. Guys, I can't stand families that bring everything through TSA, okay? When I would travel with my young children, I would say, Mom, Dad, or wherever I was going to, can we borrow a car seat? Can we borrow a stroller? I'm not bringing all this stuff. When I see these parents oh my God, and they're miserable while their kids are riding on one of those little carry-on motorcycles. Have you seen that? Kids are so lazy. They're so lazy. They don't do anything anymore. We don't even let our kids carry their luggage anymore. They ride it. I saw a kid, this little kid the other day, no older than 5 years old, motorcycling, mopeding through the airport on his SpongeBob carry-on. What are we doing here, Patriots? It's crazy. But again, I'm digressulating. My apologies. Who do we have? Chris, let me post you up here, Patriot. Did you see the clip of Trump saying he's hold on, I got my eyes are so bad. Let me read here. Did you see the clip of Trump saying he's bringing drug prices down, not just 50 or 90%, but more like 500 or 1,000% numbers you never thought possible? I did see that. I mean, that's the kind of stuff, guys. That's comedy, because I'm a terrible mathematician. I have several learning disabilities, and I even know that I don't think drug prices are going to go down 1,000%. If you told me they're going up 1,000%, like Martin Shkrelky, whatever his name was, the dude who marked up insulin 1,000%, I think he did. What an asshole. You know what I mean? It's my boy in the back. But yeah, no, I did see that clip. I mean, Chris, how are you doing, brother? Jerry Miner's in the house. Now we got something happening. Jerry, let me tell you something. If you want to come on this here, chat with us, you can, my friend. I can send you a linkage if you want. Let me see if I can do that real quick right now with a little power of technology. I'll see if I got your Ismail. But yeah, guys, this is just this is a beautiful Friday. I hope everybody out there is keeping a lot of light, love, health, happiness in your life. You know, I know it's not always what we want it to be, but it's what it is. You know what I mean? I'm trying to find your thing here, Jerry. Hold on one second. If you want to come on for a moment, you know, before you go. Anyway, I'm back, guys. So, anyway, hey, Jerry Miner, guys, hilarious. Very famous actor, one of my more famous friends. You can text me. Yeah, text me, Jerry. Is that Chuck's? Chuck's, come on over here. Text me, Jerry, and I'll send you the link right now. I'm sure I have your number. Hold on one second, guys. This is called live streaming. Live streaming. We're totally live. We're live streaming. Hi. And if we're not live streaming, then we're not live stream. Anyway, guys, I'm going to be polling here in just a second. Let me see if that came through for us. Again, guys, if you want to ask us anything, just hit me up in these here commentaries. Same here. Ask a question, Instagram, you know. And there's the little Chucksters. Okay, Jerry, I've got this coming to you real quickly. Chucks, what are you doing? Okay, hold on. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. I'll tell you what, guys, it's more challenging to do, hold on, a live feed by yourself rather than with somebody else. Now I'm going to bring on this linkage right here. Thank you for staying with me, you guys. Okay, I get it. I just sent it to the Miner Man. Let's see if he gets that. I'll send it to his email as well. Yep, that's sent. Now, guys, let's just wait till this little blessing shows up that I call Jerry Miner. Thanks. You like the song. That's funny, Jerry. Thank you. Just improvising, guys. That's what we do here. You know, my comedy days actually started out at Second City. And I'm going to turn this one here this way. Come on, scoot over, Chucks. My comedy days started out at Second City, working at Second City, serving calzones and pizzas with none other than Jordan Peele. Anybody ever heard of him? Yeah, me neither. Anywho, let me put down this. Should have prepared some of this. Chucks, you got anything for me? All right. Like I said, Jerry's going to be joining us here in a second. If you guys have any other questions, but I'm going to keep spitting out your news. let's see. Israel says it will let foreign countries drop aid into Gaza as hunger crisis spirals. I wonder why that hunger crisis is spiraling. Today, and won't go too far into that one. House ethics panel tells AOC to pay another $2,700 for their Met Gala dress. I like the AOC personally. I mean, she's Latina. She's the Latina. She's got that spicy, spicy thing about her. I love me AOC. That AOC, she is the type of woman I would want to be. Oh, here he is, guys. Jerry Minor, how you doing, sir?
How you doing, man?
Are you in black and white? Dude, you have a sick filter you're running over your thing here.
Yeah, I live stream just like you do.
Dude, that's very cool.
Yeah, so this is my little little thing that I had going.
Well, it makes me feel like I need to have a little thing, Jerry, because you've got like that really cool the smoke in the back. It's in black and white. I don't even know how you got out of color. But that's pretty cool. And I don't know how you look younger, Jerry, but you always do seem to pull that off.
It's the black and white.
It's the black and white. I got to go black and white next time. Dude, how you doing? I'm glad you could come join me on this little live feed I'm doing here.
I know, man. I've been doing a lot of them myself, but I run out of time. I can't like schedule them the way I want,
Right.
And I've been trying to get people to get on. I want you to get on too. I've been trying to get people, but I just don't have time. Like I do the same thing. I'm doing it by myself,
Right. It's hard. It's like, really hard, I mean, it's like, having to do, by yourself or having somebody there with you, you know what I mean? This is like, we're actually penetrating the mind here. You know what I mean? I sit there because I went live the other day from in front of Cassie Ventura's apartment.
Oh, really?
And so I had another creator who was at the Diddy case who I had met. And you know how it is with improv. It's like when you have somebody else, it's so much easier to always keep the ball up in the air and rolling, whereas like say if it's stand up when you're on your own, that's when you really have to be prepared and have something to give the people because on your own is tough.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, let me put this up. Yeah, so bringing up the Diddy stuff, so it just made me think about a whole bunch of other things. I forgot you were following the trial.
Ask me anything, man. Usually I'll get on and I'll just go over. I have 3 notebooks full of just, in the courtroom notes and everything.
How did you got in? It was a lottery?
No, what I did is I went to New York and I was going back and forth, from LA to New York. And, I basically would get there. I'd either have a line sitter who I would have to pay to sleep overnight in line at the courthouse, or I ended up doing it myself because it got too expensive to pay a line sitter.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how long did you sit in the line? How was the longest you had to sit in line?
I'd like have to get there at about like at least like 3 a.m. or, something like towards the end of the verdict, I had to be there at about 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m. And then, but on the regular, you had to, I had a guy camping out overnight usually to guarantee you the spot in line.
Oh, Jesus.
So it's just, and they said the Trump was even crazier during the Trump trial, that people were paying $1,000 a night to reserve an in-court room, just to be there to see Trump in there.
For the Stormy Daniels trial or for the?
Yeah. Well, that's a good question. I don't know. There was 34, felonies. So.
Right. I think that's the only one that he really had to show up for, though. I think the other ones, like he didn't have to, he wasn't really in the courtroom. So.
Right. Like, I feel like he got off better than Diddy because wasn't that like Stormy Daniels, it was kind of a similar thing, wasn't it? Like he bribed her $100,000 to not say anything. I mean, kind of the same deal.
I don't understand that. I don't understand why he just was like, just let it go. You know, like nobody really cares.
I mean, it's like the Epstein files. Nobody really cares, you know.
Well,
and do you think people to be in the middle, do you think people are caring more now because they really want to find something maybe against Trump or to be able to take him down, and they feel like this is what it is, the linchpin or whatever they say?
Probably. It also like wasn't because he was all. I've been hearing about it for a long time. I mean, and I'm connected. I know they were friends. You know.
Sure.
Yeah,
we've been seeing the video of him dancing and like, look at that girl right there. I could bend her over. You know, like what he was saying. You know,
years to me, I think it was the Elon Musk thing. That was the really thing that opened the door for it.
I think you're absolutely right.
You know, and everybody's just like, what? You know, what does that mean?
They went from BFFs like within a month or two to total enemies. And yeah, I don't think somebody like Elon is going to say he's on the list. I mean, that was so cryptic. But again, he could be on the list. You know, he could have flown to that island and gone to the charity events and never engaged in the, whatever they were doing. But I mean, we're all kind of know, you know what I mean? You know, if you can judge people pretty well. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Bill Clinton, like there's that weird picture at Jeffrey Epstein's place. I'll pull it up of Bill Clinton in a dress.
In a dress, pointing at you. Like
I would love to I mean, I can't do my Bill Clinton.
You know, I would love to have that picture. Like,
yeah, right.
Well, if I saw that picture in any gallery, though, I'd buy that picture. You know, if I had the money, right. And he had the money to do anything. I put it
in my man shed. Here we go.
But being that they were friends, did Bill Clinton ever come in and be like, "Hey, what the fuck, man?"
Yeah, wouldn't you? I'm like, yo, hey, whoa, not cool, bro.
Oh, come on, man. I thought we were friends.
Not cool. You? And my color's green.
I mean, he was friends with like so many weird people. I mean, you know, like
high heels.
Do you know how many times Chris Tucker was on that plane?
Right.
It's crazy, like Chris Tucker. But I know that, and there's people that talked about it.
He's on this, and he's like, "What are we doing?"
Yeah. Well, he was obviously friend. He tried to be friends with everybody, with anybody of any kind of importance.
Yeah, Michael Jackson. Chris Tucker is brilliant for the way he handled his fame, because like he went straight to the top and became like best friends with Michael Jackson. Best move. I mean, I think that's what I would have done if I would have been able to, you know, rise to fame. Like first guy I'm going after is MJ. You know. Like,
well, I don't know, man. Seems like he chose two of the wrong people.
That's a good point.
But also two people with extreme amount of money, you know. So
yeah.
No, you know what? I'll put this out. I know what it. Everything that I think it points to is money laundering.
Yeah. I think so. Well, but you don't think anything happened on the island?
Oh yeah, some stuff happened on the island.
Yeah,
I don't know. You know, if any of those guys are, because you like the stuff that like Luther Campbell was saying. He's like, I went to a party there, and these girls were there. I wasn't gonna get out of there. I wasn't gonna do anything. And I think a lot of people would be like, here's the thing. I think that a lot of people knew. Obviously, a lot of people knew that dude was hanging around a lot of young girls, and they didn't do anything. That's a big thing.
That's a problem.
That's going to be a big problem for a lot of people. I mean, they were like either suspicious or they didn't say anything, and they obviously would have like seen something. You know,
no, dude, me personally, if I show up to any party and there's women who are visibly underage or even like 18, you know, I have college friends who are like, you know, hey, they're legal, bro. You know, it's like still a little girl to me. You know what I mean?
I know.
Hard to look, you know, we're men of a very sexy age, and it's hard to look at some of these women half our age and they look like little girls. So I can't fathom like, yo, going that far. So if I'm at that party, like to your point, I'm gonna be like, dang man, I'm on this island. Like, is there any of age women here? Like, where's that castle? You know, where's that?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
And then I call the police, you know.
I think sometimes there would be too. From what I understand, there would be some women of age too.
Some regulars,
so, yeah. So I don't know, you know.
I mean, I'm sure everybody has been to Epstein Island, I'd imagine.
Well, and it just wasn't happening on his island too. I mean, if they weren't at his island, they've been to his place in Florida or his place, you know, or in New York, you know.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's almost like, you know, Diddy in a sense, where we thought it was all these different celebrities, but it really was only him and another, you know, male escort and stuff. I mean, it's now that's the irony with the Diddy thing is we thought, like we said, there was these celebrity freak offs, but what I found out within the courtroom is that no, it was Diddy, a male escort, and his girl. And Diddy's just always in the corner, just milking the shake, you know, milking the Shake Shack, you know, stirring it up in the corner for days. That's what's so impressive is he stirred it up for days, dude. You're like, at what point are you? I mean, obviously he loved the baby oil.
Well, you forget he was doing a lot of drugs too. So,
right, yes,
you know,
yeah, a whole lot,
which can do that. Which
that can numb it. Yeah. Are you speaking from personal experience, Jerry?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Not that way, but yeah, no.
Yeah,
I've never had a male escort.
A friend of mine, Queen Amadora Shakur, she's a good friend of mine who, she was telling me a story today about how Cassie Ventura OD'd. Like she wanted to apparently do the GHP, which, you know, there was no, thank you, Charlie. There was no GHP in the baby oil. You know, the baby oil was not spiked.
Oh yeah, I didn't hear that it was. I'd never heard that before.
Oh really?
No.
Yeah, I guess it was an online rumor now. But the thought is did he put GHB in the baby oil? And then he said, take that. And you would get naked and he would have you, he liked you shiny. He liked you really shiny. So he would, sorry, that's bukkake in Japan. But he would like lube you up. And then the thought was that the GHP would soak into your skin and you were like a Diddy zombie. And you're like, take me, I'll do whatever you want. But that's not it. They were voluntarily taking the substances. And then Diddy he would go through about 12 to 20 bottles of baby oil within a sessioning, you know, which is insane if you think about it.
Well, if it's all day, I could see, yeah, it's a lot of friction. I mean,
and I'm guessing too, at that point, maybe he do you think he unscrewed the cap? You know, do you think, like, I mean, at first that little spray and he's like, no, you know, and then just bring me more, baby. That's why he had 1,000 bottles, because I bet he was going cap off, snapping off the cap off, you know?
Yeah, you know, it just seems like he found a thing that got him going, and he just like,
I mean, yeah, you can't play. He's almost a billionaire. I'm guessing if you expose most of us for our, you know, freaky side, if we had that kind of money to orchestrate whatever you could, you know, like people were saying, and I'm not defending any, you know, because that's the thing to be clear about, like the victims. And when he did the domestic violence stuff, it's all disgusting, obviously. But then you have to compartmentalize these almost swinger lifestyle he was having.
Yeah.
You know, which like for rock stars, that's pretty common.
Definitely. And, you know, I had some very, very small brushes with the dude. I think that in all of that stuff, if he wasn't, well, like when, so I was at SNL when, well, long story short, I'm friends with J-Lo's ex-husband, right?
Okay.
Chris. So when they first started, when they broke up, when he and, when Diddy and J-Lo broke up, she was hosting SNL.
And
she immediately,
you were on SNL when she hosted?
I was on there, yeah.
All right. Just let everybody know too, you know, Jerry's an SNL alum.
I'm an alum.
a Mr. Show alum also.
Yes, she was never on there though.
No, he wasn't. But no, I just want to give your credits.
But yeah, so she's immediately started dating Chris, this backup dancer that was in her
Right.
in her troupe, right?
Yeah.
So she's like, they're walking around, flaunting it around in the building. She's doing the read through, sitting, and he's in her lap, or she's in his lap, sitting in the read through.
Oh, I was like, he's in her lap. That would be amazing.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
total dominance there. Yeah.
So it was right after the Shine shooting. All that stuff had happened. All that stuff had gone down, like during our season. So right before she got in, all that stuff had gone down. So as far as we knew, they were still dating.
Oh.
And then she's just like, I'm done with that, like just really publicly, like, I'm with this guy.
So she had the Chris, that backup dancer guy, on, or she was on his lap, like during the writing sessions, and all you guys think she's still dating Diddy.
Yes.
Wow. And I can't imagine the way Diddy is. I'm shocked he didn't come in the room and throw the table up. And
he did.
Oh, sorry.
So he did show up. So he came to SNL, got in. They let him in a rehearsal one night. And he, and this is what I found out later. I'd never known what happened. Everybody said Diddy came here last night. He came, he talked to that dude, her backup dancer, and he left. Right. And then we didn't see him. So nothing happened. So years later, I saw Chris at the Playboy Mansion.
That's great.
At a party. I was like, you got to tell me what happened that night. And he was just like, oh, dude, I'll tell you, man. He didn't do shit. He came up to me and he was just like, hey, and I've heard this story also from other people. He was just like, hey, so what are you going to do? And he was like, what are you going to do? What are you doing here? You going to fight me? You going to hit me? And he's like, well, no, I mean, if you want to, we could get down or whatever. But he got him in the dressing room by himself. They let him in there. He's like, hey, I want to talk to you. And he's just like, all right, we can talk. And he went in the dressing room and he talked, and he was just like, so what are you going to do? And he's just like, look, I'm dating her right now. And he's just like, you sure you want to do that? And he's just like, yeah. And he's just like, all right. And he left.
Wow. I mean, I guess Diddy without his bodyguards is not so tough. Because I think that's a lot of these guys, when they have these huge bodyguards around them, like there's that YouTuber, Jack Dorsey, I think is his name, that little white kid, that little punk who goes up and he knocks into people. And then he's got like this giant bodyguard. Like, what you going to do about it? Like, nothing, And he's like, yeah, man. He just hides behind him. It's just like, kind of like that. I think that's insane. So who is the rudest celebrity? Who is the rudest? And I'll ask you, who was the coolest celebrity on SNL that you experienced?
Rude. I don't think I ever had any. I don't think I got anybody rude the year that I was on. I was only on 1 year.
Yeah. Hey, only 1 year? Come on, Jerry. 1 year, that's a lifetime for most people,
Yeah, they let me go to that reunion thing. So.
Oh, nice. That was dope. How was that?
It was great, man. I had a good time. I saw Tiffany. I saw everybody, man. Everybody that's like hosted or shows. It was a lot of fun,
That's amazing. I mean, those are definitely moments sitting on the outside where, I wish, oh man, that'd just be so cool to get to go to those things. Cause that was pretty much every major comedian who's alive in that room,
It really was. It was like that. It was awesome. But yeah, and then Chris, I became friends with him after that.
Chris Tucker.
No.
Sorry.
J-Lo's ex-husband.
J-Lo's ex-husband. That's right.
And he actually choreographed a show I did in Chicago. I directed a Second City show in Chicago, and he choreographed it for me.
What is his last name, Chris? Was it
I can't remember.
I feel like it was Chris Pena or something. Like he was that guy who kind of bald-headed dancer, right? Background dancer.
He choreographs
dancers always end up getting it.
He choreographs a lot of stuff. He does like kids shows a lot. Like anytime you see like a little dance routine or something in a show, like it's a good chance that he choreographed it. There's not that many people that do it, but yeah, he does it.
Somebody just said Diddy was probably attracted to him, to Chris. But now here's the interesting part about Diddy is everybody made all these gay jokes that he was banging LeBron, or I thought originally he was banging dudes, famous elites, taping it, kind of similar to what Epstein was doing. And then using that as blackmail to be like, hey, yo, MTV, I need another season of Making the Band. Take that. And they're like, Diddy, it didn't do so well. You're like, oh, really? Well, what about that tape that did real well? And they're like, okay, ninth season, here you go. And then Diddy's like, I can do anything. I can, it's like, that's what I thought was happening. And
I mean, it seems like he would use anything. I mean, as my story, it seems like he would try to bully people a lot, and that's just what he would do. So I wouldn't put it past him trying to do something like that,
Right.
That's why a lot of this stuff he would have gotten away with it. He just wasn't a piece of shit. Obviously, if he wouldn't attacked his girlfriend and beat her in the hallway, and then try to pay people to get rid of the tape.
Right. Yeah. Well, that was my point too. Sorry about saying he was attracted to Chris. Is there was nothing, Diddy never once touched any of the male escorts. There's no evidence within this trial of him being gay. Now, maybe he's bi-curious or whatnot, or maybe he is gay. But all of the online folklore that he was doing all of these things, and really, there was stories of Usher, Justin Bieber, like where is all that? I mean, people said that, allegedly Usher had, he had to go to the hospital because the diddler got up inside of him. But then somebody else in a civil trial said the diddler has like a Tootsie Roll. So you're just like, adding up. He's not smashing out. You'd be like, oh, is it in yet? Is it in? I didn't even, a Tootsie Roll. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I think that some stories got put out. Like, I think that because Usher would tell stories about how Diddy turned him on to partying, and he almost killed him from partying so much. And everybody knows.
I think it was called.
Yes, everybody knows that about the parties that would go until 6 o'clock in the morning.
Sure,
I'd heard about the pink cocaine long time ago.
The Tootsie, I think they call it.
Tootsie, yeah. Which was like not pop just with him, but I'd heard that they have, like, if you go to a Diddy party, they got Molly floating around and pink cocaine. It's just like you can just grab it. Yeah, I had heard that.
What about the Cocoa Puffs? Had you ever heard of a Cocoa Puffs, which was the blunt sprinkled with maybe Tootsie or something like that?
Never heard of that, but I mean, why wouldn't you do it if you got
Cocoa Puffs? Right? Yeah, I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs,
right?
Because Brianna Bangladen, she's the one who Diddy allegedly held over the balcony of Cassie Ventura's 17th floor. And she said that in the trial. She's like, yeah, we used to do Cocoa Puffs. And everybody in the court is like, what the hell are Cocoa Puffs? And Laura's like, okay, so can you, I don't know, they're blending here. What are you guys doing? Sorry. They're like Cocoa Puffs. Everybody's like, what is that? And she explained it. And she's like,
cereal.
I mean, it was funny. Like, to her, just Cocoa Puffs was just everyday life. And I was like, that was a great part about the trial, where you're like, new catchphrases every day.
I think the drug use is like escaped a lot of people, and a lot of and I knew that.
Yeah. Exactly.
That like he's going up all night. He's up all night. And I guess that didn't matter because a lot of stuff like I was talking about the Playboy Mansion, no drugs. If anybody sees you doing any drugs, you will get kicked out of the Playboy Mansion. Yep. What? Never been done. Yep. You can drink as much as you want. You can get drunk, fall over the place.
Wow.
No drugs, no weed, no pills, no nothing.
Wow. That's very surprising, I would imagine, to a lot of people. I would think it's like no holds barred.
Yeah, no, it's just too much of a risk. Somebody might die, and then.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I understand that logic, but still, I had assumed those were always drug fuel. I mean, and people were doing it, of course. I'm sure. Yeah. It's just they probably were having to hide out in the grotto or something.
Yeah, somebody's saying he liked watching dudes. Yeah, I mean, that's some people. It's called cuckolding, I think. I mean, there's a name for it. So obviously, there's people that are into it.
Yeah, it's called being a cuck. Sitting in the corner and like somebody else smashing away. Going to Pound Town. on on your lady or whatever. So it is. That's why in hearing that, I was like, this is just a search here. This is just a search away. This is not really strange stuff, you know. Somebody said, "Lord."
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's something that he wouldn't have wanted out, but
No, I mean, it was embarrassing. I mean, sitting in the courtroom, you could see it was humiliating for him to be like, you know, seeing. And the interesting part is he wouldn't pay a dude if he didn't bust a nut, you didn't get paid.
oh, really?
Yeah, and there's the one guy who was the Punisher who had ED, and allegedly he had it before, but Diddy really brought on his ED because he was always there in the corner, like, you know. And the guy's like, I just can't do it with your man's right there. You know what I mean? But
And his whole thing was it would get him charged up, right? He would watch and then he would take over. Is that the idea?
No, he wouldn't
even
just
that, just in the corner, just checking out.
Yeah, it was like he was directing a movie.
Well, he is like he is like
they
that.
Even said that in court. He's like, so Diddy was a director, you guys were the actors and maybe producers. And the guy, he's like, no, I did not produce. So he did not want that credit. It was pretty funny. He's like, I am not a producer on this. He's like, okay, actor, you know.
And did he film any of it?
Oh yeah. He had a 3-camera setup. I mean, he had a truck outside, you know, all the big wires coming in through the hotel room door. Some guy named Chuck coming in on a comp, like, hey, sorry, we had a wire problem. It'll be right back up in a second, Mr. Diddy. You know, the first time Daniel Phillips actually said Diddy had him in, Diddy wore his hat backwards and a handkerchief over his face. And the guy goes, because he didn't know who he was. He goes, so what do you do? And Diddy goes, I do import-export business. I'm an import. And he's just like, import-export, you know? You're like, and at that time, we all thought he meant like people.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Rumors of kids in shipping containers, tunnels, Allie Carter, Jaguar Wright. Like, it was so much folklore around this. It's just, man.
Well, I mean, I'm going to give Jaguar Wright, when she gets a house of her own, then she gets a home. When she gets a home, I really feel bad for her too.
I mean, yeah, Lord knows. I mean, that whole thing. But the most interesting part about the trial was finding out that a lot of it was folklore.
Yeah,
you know, or if it wasn't, we're not going to find out. You know, no Leonardo DiCaprio, no Ashton. I thought Ashton Kutcher was going to jail.
Yeah. I really thought, now here's what I thought. I thought more was going to get put into like some other stuff that he'd done, like the car bombing.
Right. Yeah. With Kid Cudi. Mm-hmm.
I know Kid Cudi too.
Oh,
and
there you go.
I really thought that was going to be more. And it was like, they couldn't even prove that he did that, but I'm pretty sure that somebody did it for him.
Right.
You know?
I mean, yes, I think you're right. And what's so crazy about it is there was a fingerprint that they took that the LAPD somehow lost.
Well, that's not surprising.
Right. Exactly. It goes to show you how deep Diddy's connections are.
You know? And they lose shit all the time too.
They found a glove in the back of the car, and on cross-examination, they're like, well, why didn't you fingerprint that glove? We're like, well, we just thought it was Mr. Cudi's glove. You know, like, did you ask him? You know, like it's so crazy how you think these guys on like the crime shows, you know, you've probably been on CSI and some of these shows, and it's like real detectives. You're like, these guys are not that bright. You know, you think they come up with it. They make a lot of mistakes, you know?
Well, and a lot of times they really don't give a shit. I mean, in my experience, that's the biggest thing. Like, if it's a high profile case, you might get somebody on it that's, you know, gives a shit. But I've been down to the morgue. I've been down to the lab. You know, if you're an actor, they'll let you come down in LA.
Oh, wow. Dang,
and they'll give you a tour. It's not pleasant at all.
Well, no, morgues generally aren't, you know?
Yeah. But you get to go in the lab too. So you get to go to see the forensics. So the other stuff is in there too.
Like
that's
blood
cool.
spatter and all that stuff.
Yeah, and the people like taking fingerprints and all that, you know.
Yeah, forensic files.
the morgue is like just they don't give a shit, man. I saw them like they're doing an autopsy on a gangbanger, and they were just taking slugs out of him, and just they were just joking, laughing.
And you had to watch that. You were
I'm
right.
looking at them like, how many times did he get shot? And they were like, who knows?
Who knows? 25, 26. Yeah. And there's like, are you going to Applebee's later? Do you want to go? I think.
Yeah. Well, they were like, you got to be like this. Otherwise it would just consume you, you know?
Yeah. I think people like that. Yeah. They're, I think they're a different mindset to be able to compartmentalize being a surgeon or in the morgue, like pulling stuff out of somebody is like, yeah, I couldn't do that. Yeah. That's insane. Well, that's pretty cool that they let you do that.
Yeah. If any actor wants to go down there, I think anybody can take a tour if you really want
to. Maybe
yeah.
we should go down there sometime. I don't know. It sounds like
it's pretty macabre. I mean, it's pretty like I saw some
before or after, I
saw some stuff down there like you wouldn't want to, because everybody that died that day that got killed or whatever was there. Car accident, accidental shooting.
Yeah, I don't think I could handle that.
Yeah.
And not have it forever ingrained into your brain.
Yeah, it's in there.
It's in there. Well, Jerry, I'm gonna let you go because
man.
I'm getting the eyes from my family. But dude, this was 51 minutes of pretty solid content for these people. So I hope everybody enjoyed it.
I gotta get you on mine too. Thank you for getting me on.
Oh God, anytime. And let me know too if you'd like to. I'm trying to, like you said, kind of schedule it out where I just go live, once a week with people. So then I'm like, oh, okay, or so whenever you want to do it, I'm always down.
I always am too. Let me know, man.
Okay, cool. Thanks a lot, guys. Everybody follow Jerry Miner. What is your social? Tell everybody what's your handle.
Jerry Miner Jr. on YouTube.
There we go.
You just follow me there.
All right. Are you on Instagram and TikTok?
No, I'm on no other social media, just YouTube.
Really?
A little bit on Facebook. Yeah.
Look at you. Yep. Okay. A revolutionist. All right. I respect that. So I'll sub to you on YouTube. And it was great talking to you, Jerry. Take care. And I'll definitely talk to you soon. Let's do this not at LA. Let's do it again soon. Let's for real do it more. I'm down.
Definitely. Well, I'll be following you. You won't
okay. I'll be following you too. So cool.
All right.
Good
job, man.
See you, man. Peace. Guys, that was the very wonderful Jerry Miner, one of the most accomplished comedian actors in the game. He's been in that game for a long time. And has been a good friend of mine over the years. And I appreciate him coming on. Thank all of you guys for watching. Just in case you want to throw a little cash my way, I always appreciate that. The kids are starving. Subscribe to me on YouTube, guys. Much love to you. Secret Service Sam out. Samson for president of the world. Secret Service Sam, the podcast. Is Secret Service Sam, the podcast. It's not so secret because you're here. Yeah.